Manchester City is at the heart of a legal battle that threatens to shake the foundations of English football. With 115 breaches of Premier League regulations, City's decision to sue the Premier League itself has set the stage for an unprecedented showdown. But why has it come to this? And what could it mean for the future of the Premier League? The charges against Manchester City are serious, ranging from failing to provide accurate financial information to breaching UEFA's financial fair play rules. As this high-stakes hearing approaches, the very integrity of the Premier League is at risk. Will this legal clash lead to a shift in football governance? Or could it undermine the competitive balance that makes the Premier League the best in the world? This is more than just a club fighting for its reputation. It's a battle for the future of the Premier League. Why is one of the world's richest and most successful football clubs taking such drastic action? Manchester City's 115 charges stem from various breaches of Premier League regulations. The charges include 54 instances of failing to provide accurate financial information from 2009 to 10 to 2017 to 18, 14 instances of failing to provide accurate details for players and manager payments during the same period, and 5 instances of failing to comply with UEFA's Financial Fair Play (FFP) regulations from 2013 to 14 to 2017 to 18. Additionally, there are 7 charges for breaching the Premier League's Profitability and Sustainability Rules (PSR) from 2015 to 16 to 2017 to 18, and 35 charges for failing to cooperate with Premier League investigations from December 2018 to February 2023. The financial allegations date back to 2009 and were brought to light through leaked material published by the German newspaper Der Spiegel. These leaks suggested that Manchester City engaged in practices that allowed them to inject more money into the club through fictitious sponsorship deals. They allegedly paid former manager Roberto Mancini as a consultant to a club in Abu Dhabi and provided players with additional funds that were not reported in their official accounts. Manchester City has always maintained that these leaked emails were obtained illegally. So, what do these 115 charges really mean? Effectively, they allege that Manchester City cheated. For 9 years leading up to 2017, the club's accused of not providing accurate financial information about its revenue. From 2009 to 2013, they allegedly did not fully disclose how much they were paying their manager. And from 2010 to 2016, they allegedly did not provide full details about payments to players. From 2013 to 2018, they were accused of not complying with UEFA's FFP regulations. And from 2015 to 2018, they allegedly did not comply with the Premier League's PSR rules. Lastly, from 2018 onwards, they are accused of not cooperating with the Premier League's inquiry. The allegations suggest that these practices allowed Manchester City to sign more and better players than they would have been able to otherwise, significantly boosting their performance. During the period in question, they won multiple Premier League titles, FA Cups and EFL Cups, which critics argue would not have been possible without the additional, allegedly illicit financial support. Key club officials, including director Simon Pearce, chief executive Ferran Soriano, chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak, and owner Sheikh Mansour are pivotal figures in this controversy. Additionally, Manchester United's new chief executive, Omar Barada, who previously worked for the City Group and negotiated many substantial deals, is also implicated. Less than 3 weeks ago, City lifted their 4th Premier League title in a row, but claim they are at a disadvantage because of the Premier League's associated party transaction rules. But what are these rules, and why is this such a big deal? These are the rules at the centre of this case. They state that clubs, as well as their players, managers and senior officials, must keep the Premier League informed when conducting dealings with associated parties. Associated parties are defined as companies or individuals who have a vested interest in the club in any way, including from a financial perspective. With each transaction, the Premier League will carry out a review to ensure that a fair market value has been recorded by the relevant club. The Times reports that City has submitted a 165-page legal document accusing rival clubs of discrimination against golf ownership. They argue that sponsors linked to club owners should be allowed to determine how much they want to pay, regardless of independent value. City is also seeking damages from the Premier League. Could this be a strategic move to shift the balance of power in English football? The hearing will begin on Monday and is expected to last around 2 weeks. The Premier League's 19 other clubs have been invited to participate, with 10 to 12 stepping forward and at least one submitting a witness statement in support of City, while more than half are siding with the Premier League. City argue that they are the victims of discrimination, claiming the rules are designed to stifle their success on the pitch. They describe this situation as a tyranny of the majority. These associated party transaction rules were introduced in 2021 after the Saudi-led takeover of Newcastle United, with 18 Premier League clubs voting in favour and City abstaining. So do other clubs support City in their attempt at changing the law? Support wouldn't be the right word, but Mail Sport exclusively revealed last week that at least 3 clubs, including Newcastle, sympathise with City's case. Chelsea and Aston Villa are also understood to feel City have valid concerns, as Premier League teams look to ensure they are staying on the right side of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, PSR. Villa co-owner, the Egyptian billionaire Nassif Sawiris, is close to City chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak and shares frustrations over imposed limits on spending. City also wants changes to the current voting system for the Premier League's regulations, which currently requires 14 clubs to vote in favour for a motion to pass. The Times has also reported that City's own hearing of over 115 alleged breaches of financial rules will be heard in November. The principle at stake is that clubs should spend what they earn, ensuring deals reflect fair market value to prevent clubs from inflating sponsorships and funneling more money into their own operations. The majority of clubs support these rules, though opinions are divided. According to Matt Law in The Times, the Premier League has asked other clubs to get involved in this case by providing witness statements, with 10 to 12 clubs backing the Premier League. Financial advisor Borson told Football Insider that there's limited scope for this case to be prolonged. The Premier League rules apparently leave no room for appeal, especially on points of law, which is significant for such a law-heavy case. Borson expects the case to be resolved quickly, with a decision likely within a month to 6 weeks, potentially just before the start of the season. But what will happen if Manchester City wins this case? Could it dismantle the financial rules that keep the Premier League fair and competitive? And what does this mean for the future of English football? This legal action is seen as potentially seismic. Henry Winter believes the future of the Premier League is at stake, describing City's arguments as citing the tyranny of the majority. While City is positioned as the victim, many find this framing odd given their dominance. The consensus is that lawyers will be the main beneficiaries of this case, which may be a strategic move to pressure the Premier League as the hearing on the 115 charges approaches. If City wins this case, it could have dramatic consequences, potentially destabilising the league. The outcome could leave the Premier League in disarray. Many fans and analysts are concerned about the implications for the league's integrity and competitive balance. The focus should be on celebrating City's remarkable football achievements and contributions to the sport, but the off-field issues cast a long shadow. The future of the Premier League's competitiveness, entertainment value and allure is at stake. If City's case succeeds, it may set a precedent leading to more challenges and undermining the league's integrity. The beauty of the Premier League lies in its unpredictability and competitive nature, aspects that could be compromised if financial regulations are weakened. Other top-flight clubs fear a City win could end the competition balance in the Premier League. According to Mail Sport, club chiefs are reportedly losing their minds over the legal battle, with 10 to 12 clubs providing information in support of the Premier League. If City succeeds, it could significantly impact transfers, potentially lead to the scrapping of the PSR rules, and even open the possibility of matches being played abroad. It could also strengthen City's position when defending against the 115 alleged charges later this year. One club executive summed up the sentiment by saying a victory for City would leave other clubs wondering, what's the point? This remains uncertain and highly debated. The independent commission overseeing the case has extensive authority. In 2020, UEFA initially banned Manchester City from the Champions League for 2 seasons and imposed a €30 million fine. Although this decision was later overturned by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, it sparked concern that City could face expulsion from the Premier League, an unprecedented move. Recently, several major clubs, including Manchester United, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, Inter Milan and AC Milan, have been fined by UEFA for financial play (FFP) violations. This season, Nottingham Forest and Everton face points deductions for breaching profit and sustainability rules (PSR), with disciplinary panels advocating for immediate penalties. Given the extensive range of charges against City, opinions vary on what the ultimate punishment could be if they are found guilty. The legal battle between Manchester City and the Premier League is a defining moment for English football. If City wins, it could lead to a seismic shift in football governance, undermining the integrity and fairness that the Premier League prides itself on. The outcome will have significant implications, not only for Manchester City, but for all clubs within the league. As the football world watches closely, the resolution of this case will set a precedent that could impact the future of the sport for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of football.